Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Real Old Fashioned Games. I'm always your host, Iron Corpse. Thank you very much for joining me. I appreciate it. Stephen F. Bosson, the legend, hanging out in the chat. Good to see you, dude. Been forever. It's been 1,000 years, but I'm glad you're here, dude. Thanks for hanging out, man. Helsing 102, what's up with you, buddy? I saw you playing Dead Space earlier today, man. I really wanted to jump in there and watch that shit on my lunch break, but for some reason, every time I try to watch your channel on my lunch break at work, I just can't fucking get it. Like, something about the internet connection at my work is total goddamn bullshit. And that's whenever you're always streaming. Oh, I try, man. I promise I try, but it never fucking works. And it's nothing you did. Nothing you did. I miss you too, man. I miss you too, Stephen F. Bosson. It's nothing you're doing, man. It's nothing you're doing, Helsing. I'm really trying to watch your streams, but every time I fucking try to get in there, it doesn't work. I really wanted to jump in there and watch that shit because I'm playing Dead Space on my own private time, not part of the channel. I'm playing it again. It's the remake. So I would love to watch you play that shit, dude. And Amelia Shed, first time chat. What is up? Thanks for joining. I appreciate that a whole lot. Thank you very, very, very much. My name is Iron Corpse. This is Real Old Fashioned Games, where we play retro games from our childhood, and I try to beat them or get as close as humanly possible. Today, we're playing a game from my childhood. I don't know about y'all. Oh, Spicy Quokka. How could I fucking forget? I see you up there. First at the top of the list. How you doing, Quokka? Thank you very, very much for hanging out. It's always a pleasure to have you in the chat. So like I was saying, this is a game from my childhood. It was one of the very first PS1 games I ever played. It's called Blasto. And I'm just going to tell you right now, it's a bit of a stinkeroony doony, but it's still fun. It's not the best game, but it's far from the worst. This game has Phil Hartman, who is, Troy McClure and all sorts of other badass, hilarious stuff. As a space Johnny Bravo looking motherfucker, I'm trying to save Uranus from these evil aliens and rescue all the hot space babes. So that's all you really need to know. Let's get right into it. So mean to Blasto. I mean, I didn't make the rules. Save my what from the aliens now? Oh yeah. I'm gonna save Uranus. And as you are gonna see once I load this game up, there's sand on Uranus. There's sand all over Uranus. And I got to get up in there and dust it off. You'll see. You'll all see. All right. Enough of that shenaniganery. Let's get right into it. Hey. The unauthorized reproduction of all or any parts of this product. Yeah, don't fucking worry about it. Don't worry about it. Oh, cheers. Cheers to y'all. Thanks for hanging out. So how are you doing, Stephen F. Bosson? What's new in your world, brother? It's fucking cold up here. That's nothing new, I suppose, but it is particularly chilly today. It snowed again, and then it started to melt. But whatever. Whatever. This basement's cold as tits. Cold tits. That's why I got a lap blankie. And an alcoholic beverage. Alright, the Uranian Dunes. Feeling my bro, loving the coal. Wasn't that? Yeah, all right. It wasn't that bad up here either, from what I've been told. A lot of people are like, this is a pretty good year for your first one. I don't see a whole lot of snow, but I see more snow than I ever saw in Texas. That's for fucking sure. I mean, it's a lot of snow to me, but people that are from here, from Wisconsin, are like, oh, that's nothing. You should have seen it back in the 70s. You couldn't even find your car. So much snow, you wouldn't even know what to do. But now it's, global warming and all that stuff, it's no big deal. You just fire up the Weber, throw on a few brats, and get a couple cold ones, and it'll be fine. Duel with Sheik Rock de Casbah. I hate it. Okay. Let's go. Gotta turn on the analog button so I can use the fucking thumbsticks. Alright. Let's see. Where the fuck and why was I? That's right. I was over here. Okay. I remember last episode I went down into the caves inside of Uranus and I fought Aunt Necromancer Bob. I fought Aunt Bob and Uncle Steve And now I'm back on the surface of Uranus, and I'm trying to complete it. This game doesn't know what it is or what it wants. I was in level 4, which this is level 4, and then I went to level 5, which was the subterranean caves, and now I'm back in level 4. That didn't fucking mean anything. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. It's all stupid. Everything's bad, and I'm gonna pout about it. Come on, Blasto. Don't be dumb. Blasto's not dumb. Blasto's a smart, intelligent, stunning lad. Keep your dirty dick beaters off of him, all right? Put your clean dick beaters on. Hey. Why did it get Western all of a sudden? Wah, wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. Is it this way? I have a map in this game, but it's... I wouldn't say useless. Yeah, I would. It's fucking useless. It's not helpful. Alright. Hey, Blazing Panda. What's up, man? How you doing, buddy? It's been 1,000 years. It's been 84 years. I'm doing great, buddy. I am doing great. I got a nice tasty beverage here with me, and I'd show you, but there's Uranian assholes everywhere. Oh my god. Helsing 102. It's going great, buddy. It is going great. I wasn't sure if you heard what I was saying earlier about Dead Space, but I'm playing that as well. I beat it back in the day, but I have the remastered now, and I'm trying to beat that. Come on. Come on, do it. What are you waiting for? I'm right here. There we go. Also have the remaster. It is great. That is a fucking great game, dude. I've got the first and the second one on Xbox 360. Looking at me right up there. I love those games. The second one, yeah, 1 and 2 are so fucking good, dude. So good. I didn't even play 3. I'm sure it's good too. I just haven't played it. So I have all 4 of my wisdom teeth removed. I got that taken out back in like 2012, something like that. And it was still the era where you could like keep your medical waste. Like they would give you, you know, your appendix or your wisdom teeth or whatever. If you asked for them, they'd just let you have them. It's an EA train wreck. Oh man, that sucks. That's too bad. But I have my wisdom teeth. They're fucking gross, dude. They're like a cartoon drawing of a tooth, like a big square thing with like hooked bottoms on it. They're really nasty, and they're all like red, stained, and fucking horrifying. And I keep them in a little plastic cocaine baggie, inside of Dead Space 2. Because why not? That game's nasty as hell. Might as well hold on to my fucking gross-ass wisdom teeth. Yep, that's exactly right, Quokka. That is exactly right. That is a proper reaction. Man, you guys should have seen me whenever I had my wisdom teeth taken out. I looked like one of... what was the fat chipmunk from Alvin and the Theodore. I looked like Theodore. Big old chubby cheeks. It was all swollen up and shit because I got all 4 of them taken out in one sitting. Oh, mama, there's a space babe over there. But I'm not going over there. Fuck that shit. Same, all 4 at once. Ugh, it sucked, man. It definitely was not a good time. I didn't even need to get mine taken out. They weren't bothering me or anything. I was dating a girl at the time, who did need to get hers taken out. Oh, shit. I didn't realize I was so low on health. I mean, yeah, it did, you don't know that it's happening when it's happening. Like, they'd put you out, and then you wake up and it's over. But, like, the healing part of it fucking sucked. I couldn't open my mouth for days. I'm supposed to be doing zoochosis tomorrow, but I don't know whether it's going to be good or not. I don't even know what that is. Nope, not up here. Only local anesthetic. Ay, ay, ay. Well, they put me out. They like had me go under for it, and I just kind of woke up and it was already all over. But like, you know, it was the recovery process that really sucked. I didn't even need to get mine taken out, but my girlfriend at the time, she needed to get all 4 of hers taken out, and she was really, really worried because she'd never had surgery or anything like that before. So she was just real scared. So I opted to do mine with her so she wouldn't feel so afraid. Because I'm a good boyfriend, y'all. You looking around the zoo and certain animals mutate until the dead space. Ah! Yeah, you're very much right. It is expensive support. But I didn't pay for it. Her parents paid for it because they were happy that I was going to do that. So I was like, shit, all right. If you're going to pay for it. I mean, they're not bothering me now, but they might someday, so might as well just get them fucking taken out. I'd rather get them taken out before it's a problem, you know what I mean? Ooh, yeah. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Come on. Yeah, there it is. Wow. This is not where I need to be. At all. I don't know why this game is giving me Earthworm Jim vibes. Definitely. I could see that for sure. You can't see it because it's just off the camera right here behind Max's head, but I have an Earthworm Jim poster. Oh, sorry, Earthworm Jim 2. Which I think is better. They're both really good. Neither one of those games is bad, but I like the second one just a little bit more. You know, I think you did. That is ringing a bell. I think you did say that, Quokka. Earthworm Jim is definitely funnier. And more fun, for fucking sure. I think it's funny they made a cartoon of that. Dude, that cartoon was awesome. Earthworm Jim cartoon was badass. I used to rent those tapes from Blockbuster Video. Because I'm an old man. Bingo bongo, ha ta ta. Spicy Quokka, you don't own that ball. Quit trying to front. Just trying to impress everybody. Hey, you can't buy that item. Quit trying to flash your credit card. We all know you don't got the money. Xatu is a really good Pokemon, though. My daddy owns the lick. My dad totally owns a dealership. Got a tattoo on my lung. Hurt like 8 bitches in a bitch boat. Totally fucking worth it, dude. Totally fucking worth it. Man. I'm trying to figure out how to get back to the beginning part of this map. Alright, let me go this way. I don't want to get on the chicken. I learned the chicken's name is KFC. What was my first horror game? It was probably Resident Evil 1. It might not be, but I do recall getting Resident Evil 1 for my birthday whenever I was like, when did that game come out? 96? Something like that. I was 6 if it did, but I remember my brother got me that game for my birthday, and I was genuinely mad that he got that for me because it felt like he got me a present for himself because I was a little boy and I knew that I'd be too afraid to play that, and he knew it too, yet he got it for me anyway, and then proceeded to play the shit out of that game and like almost beat it before I ever did. So I think that just goes to prove the, you know, the theory that I had. I remember opening that shit on my birthday and being like, you got me a game that you want. But I was so afraid to play that game as a kid, dude. I was so afraid to play that shit. Now I love it. That's one of my favorite games. The remake of Resident Evil 1 for the GameCube is one of the best. That game is so fucking good. That's one of the best Resident Evil installments of all of them. I love that game. Oh, here we go. This is what I'm trying to do. Here's where I'm trying to go. Here is where I'm trying to go. God damn, I'm about to fucking die. Resident Evil 7 is so fucking good. All of the first-person Resident Evils are great. Well, except for Resident Evil Survivor, but that hardly... I mean, I guess it's a first-person Resident Evil, but it hardly counts. City, how you going, buddy? Everything's going great over here. No, not the S word that starts up the assistant in my phone. See what you do. Okay. Just can't believe they got 2 characters in Dead by Daylight. Yeah, I mean, Dead by Daylight has everybody, man. Glad to hear you're doing all right, man. Glad to hear you're doing all right. Yeah, Dead by Daylight's got everybody. Yeah, the S word. You know. Hey, sexy. Hey, space mama. Why don't I get you out of that space cage and that space bra? Oh, yeah. Oh, no. That was almost bad. Yeah, they got Dracula and Trevor Belmont. They got all kinds of motherfuckers, dude. Woo! The reason why I ended up buying that game, I wanted it for a while, but the thing that made me be like, okay, I'm pulling the fucking trigger, I have to own this game, was when they added Michael Myers. That's my boy. I fucking love all the Halloween movies, dude. Even the ones that kind of suck, I still like that shit, man. Halloween is a fucking killer series. All the puns intended. And that if I'm playing Dead by Daylight, that's all I want to do. I play as Michael. That's all I fucking do. I don't like playing as the survivors. I'm not very good at it, but I love playing as Michael, dude. Michael's badass. Got an ad starting in... Oh, wait, nope, sorry. Ad ending in a minute and a half. Didn't warn you guys. Okay, I don't need to go up here just yet. I gotta go this way. I know this because I watched a video during my lunch break today of someone beating this level because I'm so fucking tired of it. I think they needed to give Saw some better representation. I guess, but at the same time, who the fuck are they going to play as? A sick old man? I mean, I guess the lady in the pig mask is... Who else is it going to be? You know what I mean? Who else is it going to fucking be? I think that Pinhead would be fucking awesome. And Candyman, too. They have Chucky in there. They should have Pinhead and Candyman. That'd be so good. They got every horror character except for Jason and the ones I just listed, but they're not going to have Jason. They already have Pinhead? I didn't even know that. That's fucking cool. Hell yeah. I'm not going to press that button. I'm not going to do it. All right, I'll do it, but I'll save first. It's quiet time. This is the part of the show where we be really, really quiet. What was a scary movie that was a complete waste of your time? Blair Witch Project. I remember seeing that shit as a small child in the 90s whenever like the hype for that movie was real. They did make a Texas Chainsaw Massacre spinoff. I remember when, like I grew up out in the fucking country, dude, way out in the sticks. People were scared of the Blair Witch Project. They thought that shit was real. They thought that shit was fucking real. And then I was like, oh man, I can't wait to see it. And then I watched it. I was like 7 or 8. I was like, this is not real. This is so not real. It's obviously not real. And then the end of that movie is weak sauce. There's some pretty good suspenseful shit in that movie, but the end of that movie is a big ol' wet fart. They find the house, they go down into the basement, and their friend is standing in the corner looking like he's taking a piss, and then the fucking movie ends. That's it. That's a terrible fucking ending to that movie. Anyway, let's push this button. Whoops. They told me not to. Haha. I never saw Annabelle. But like, I'm gonna quit and reload so I can have my life back. I just wanted to show you guys what happens if I do in fact push the button. Anything with a doll is not scary to me. Anything with a doll or like a haunted child or some shit, that's not scary at all, whatsoever. I mean, the difference between those two examples is a haunted child or like a little ghost boy or whatever. That's annoying. That's not scary. It's fucking annoying. Little children are not scary. And like Chucky, I love all the Chucky movies. Those are great, but they're not scary. They're just like really good horror movies. Even as a small child, I was like, these aren't really that scary. It's almost like an action movie. They're just crazy and over the top. Problem with that movie is I owned a bunch of porcelain dolls before I watched it. Ah, well, that'll do it. That will do it. Porcelain dolls are, I mean, it's their creepy, shiny face. I get that for sure. I have no idea what Annabelle is even about. But going even deeper into that rabbit hole, like if it's about possessions or a ghost, again, not scary to me because those aren't real. Ghosts and possessions aren't real. That doesn't really happen. So if the movie's like, isn't that freaky that a ghost possessed him? I'm like, not really. Not really. Yeah, see, a demon possesses a doll. It's not that scary. Not to me, anyway. You gotta believe in that shit for it to be scary. What's scary to me is real people. Like, whenever the killer is just like a guy, or they're being hunted by like people, that's some scary shit, because that's some real shit. Religion, that's some scary shit, because it's fucking real. But a demon or like a ghost, that's not scary. People are scary as fuck, yeah. Especially whenever it's like, witch or demon chanting is where I draw the line. See, I still remember the first time I watched Freddy Krueger. Okay, the Freddy movies did freak me out a little bit as a kid, but the movies that freaked me out as a kid, they scared me, but like I was also obsessed with it. Oh, that was bullshit. Why didn't he grab on? I touched it. Like Night of the Living Dead, the first Night of the Living Dead, the old black and white one, that movie scared the fucking shit out of me, dude. My brothers made me watch that. I have two older brothers, and they made me watch that shit. They're like, we're putting you in this room, and you're gonna watch this movie, and we're gonna close all the blinds and lock the door, and we're gonna stay outside the door, and if you don't finish the movie, we'll know, and then we'll beat you up. So I was like, oh my god, I have to watch it or else I'll get beat up. So, you know, I like had to watch this fucking movie, and it scared the shit out of me, but I was like obsessed with it, and it just totally enthralled by this shit. I was this like Tommy Pickles looking little kid, totally innocent little boy, but I was like super into being really scared. The Grudge. I remember watching The Grudge, and oh baby. I remember wanting it to be really good, thinking it was going to be fucking awesome, and then I was kind of disappointed. But it was well made. You should watch the original Japanese one. That's a good fucking movie. Any American horror movie that's based on a Japanese horror movie, watch the Japanese one. That one is fucking scary as shit. The Ring, not scary. You know how you beat that girl? You don't watch the fucking tape. The end. That's all you got to do. Don't watch the goddamn tape. Yeah, I've never seen any of the Paranormal Activities because they just don't look good whatsoever. But like Ringu, the original Ring, the Japanese Ring, that is a fucking terrifying movie. Yeah, just don't fucking touch the evil VHS. Boom. You just won. You just beat the fucking demon. There you go. That's another thing that makes a monster, anything like that, instantly not scary. If it has some kind of like silver bullet way of like killing it or like circumventing the entire event, well now it's automatically not scary because, well, let's just do that. Let's just not do the thing. Or if we do the thing, let's do the thing that solves it right after, and then we don't gotta worry about it. Not scary. Oh yeah, Stephen King movies are great, man. It scared the fucking piss out of me as a little boy. It scared me so bad. I was afraid of clowns for a long time because of it. I didn't want to go near gutters. I didn't want to go near the drain in the shower. Man, that movie scared the fuck out of me. And now I love it. Like, I mean, the Tim Curry original one, it's not scary. It's a made-for-TV movie. It's hokey. It's real campy. But it's got Tim Curry as an evil clown, so it's classic. Fucking beautiful work of art. For every good movie he made, there were at least 2 that were garbage. Yes, but that's because Stephen King allows people to use his movies, his stories for $1. If you give him $1, he will let you use his stories for a screenplay. He doesn't want to make a bunch of money off of his movies. He doesn't care about that. He makes so much fucking money just off of his books. He doesn't need your movie money. He just wants there to be 100,000 different versions of his stories in movie format to get the word out about his works. And I respect the shit out of that. That's cool. What was your shit as a kid? It? I really liked It as a kid. It scared the shit out of me, but it did. I really liked it. Yeah, It was scary, man. That was a good movie. To be fair, the way he writes books is insane. A page a day is just too much. I mean, not when you're Stephen King, it's not. But yeah, I agree. He's a fucking madman. That's why he's the king. I love Stephen King books. I have quite a collection. Information technology is spooky indeed. What movie are you thinking of that involves that? Like whenever a robot gains sentience, that kind of thing? Like 2001: A Space Odyssey? I thought I always thought his movies were the adult versions and R.L. Stein was for kids. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. Oh, information technology. Oh, IT. Blah, blah, doobity doo doo duh. You got me. You got me real good. 2.1 out of 10. Oh, man, I'm so smart. I worked IT. I should have known that. I used to work for Google. My favorite Goosebumps story. I haven't read a Goosebumps story in a minute. Monster Blood is a really good series. Haunted Mask is a really good series. Say Cheese and Die is fucking awesome. I really like Welcome to Dead House. Welcome to Dead House was great. That one's actually really fucking scary, but I think that, I think I got the most enjoyment out of, Welcome to Horrorland as a kid. I was really into that one. I wanted to go to Horrorland. It looked cool. I had a Horrorland board game and everything. Evil Carnival is my favorite. What was the name of that book? I don't remember an Evil Carnival. I might not have read it. There's only like 1,900,000 fucking R.L. Stein books. I like that R.L. Stein updated his spook factor to be for us still. Like, he writes terrifying shit now that's not just like campy horror. It's like actually some scary fucking shit because it's for the kids that grew up reading his books. It was Horrorland? Okay, alright. Yeah, that was great. I love those. Horrorland 2 was fine, but it wasn't as good. Ooh, okay. There we go. Alright, I think that is how I get to... Ah, way to go on your catch. Way to go on your catch. Good job, good job. Um, it's called Fear Street, I think, is the name of the newer series. It's not new, but it's like his newer series. It's actually pretty fucking scary. Those are good. Those are real good. I never saw the Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark movie, but I heard it was real bad. Real bad. Whoa, come on now. Swim. Come on, stop it. American Horror Stories. I've seen... I really feel like the Goosebumps for adults. Some are weird as fuck. Oh, Depths of Uranus. Throw the switch for the final step. All right, now I'm deep inside Uranus, guys. Yeah, I've seen American Horror Stories. That same girl who had to get her, wisdom teeth taken out, she was way, way, way into American Horror Story. So I saw every series that, or season that came out while I was still dating her. The last season that I saw, I can't remember which one came first, but it was either Hotel or Roanoke, whichever one, whichever one came last. It was one of those. Oh, dude, Witch Coven is so good. That's my favorite one. I've seen several of the seasons, but Witch's Coven, that one's fucking good. The Halloween episode in the Coven season, peak. That is peak American Horror Story. I'm so sorry, Quokka. I'm so sorry. It was rude of me to dive into Uranus without buying you a drink first. Sorry. Oh, whoa! Hey now. I liked Freak Show, American Horror Story Freak Show. I was about to say something, but if you haven't seen it, Helsing, I guess I won't finish that story because I was gonna spoil something. But it is good. I liked Freak Show as well. I didn't dislike any of the seasons that I saw. I just liked Coven the best. One thing that I didn't really care for with the American Horror Story series is it seemed to have like unnecessary nudity all over the place. And I'm not like against nudity or whatever, but a lot of the times it didn't serve any fucking purpose. It was just like, how many boobs can we fit on the screen at one time? Which, I don't know, like at some point it stops really being meaningful. And it's just like, all right, yeah. Lady Gaga's naked again. Okay. I got it. She's naked. Can we get back to the story? Nah, man, we're really pushing the boundaries. We're edgy. And you're like, yeah, I can tell. You're real edgy. Yeah, there's a level to it. Like, the first couple seasons, the nudity was like, it felt like it meant something, especially in the first season. Like, there was a reason for all of that. Like, the characters were doing something, or like they were trying to prove a point narratively. So, like, you needed to see what the artist was trying to show you. But then it became like a niche of the show. So it was almost like obligatory. Like, we have to have a bunch of nudity. It has to be in the show. And it's like, well, now it just feels like distracting. Like, it's not really what the show should be about. It should just, like, stand on its own 2 feet and be scary and cool of its own accord. It shouldn't have to have nudity all over the place just to, like, be popular. In my opinion. What happened? I guess I died. The Psych Ward season was fucking great. The Psych Ward season was really, really good. Season 2 was badass. But man, that Witch Coven. That was really good. Lady Gaga was great in Hotel. She was fucking awesome. I really liked her character a lot. She was badass. That one had to do with like vampires and shit. That was a good season. I guess vampires, kinda vampires. Undead, at the very least. Necromancer, welcome. Welcome. I'm deep inside Uranus right now. I went into the depths. I plumbed them. I I mean, I'm pretty easy whenever it comes to the rules of vampires because every single thing seems to do it differently. I gotta say, my very, very, very favorite vampire type of any kind is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Season 1. Those vampires are fucking awesome. Those were so badass. I really, really liked the way they did that. It was incredibly unique. But what do I gotta, like, drain the water here? What's going on? I can't activate that button. It's hard to even really call them vampires in a hotel. I guess they are, but they're not at the same time. I don't know. It's weird. I guess they're vampires because they're drinking blood, but they're not really vampires. They're just like immortal beings. Classic Dracula. Classic Dracula. Do you mean like Bram Stoker's Dracula? The original Dracula? Or are you talking, Lon Chaney? Like Universal Dracula? Bram Stoker's Dracula is really, really good. That movie is so fucking cool. Gary Oldman is a god. Yeah, Bram Stoker Dracula is really good. Keanu Reeves as... Oh my god. Jonathan Harker. He was great. I got way into audiobooks some years ago. I haven't read or, listened to one in a minute, but that was the first audiobook that I ever purchased was Bram Stoker's Dracula because it was done as a radio drama, essentially. Instead of just one person reading the whole thing, each chapter, because each chapter is like a journal entry from someone else's journal. And so each chapter is read by that character, that actor. Like Alan Cummings is the doctor who runs the insane asylum. Tim Curry is Dr. Van Helsing. And he does a very cool German accent the whole time when you are reading his journal entries. I really liked it. It was well done. And in the book, I don't remember if this is what happens in the movie. It's been a second since I saw the movie. But in the book, whenever they killed Dracula... Oh, yeah. I like all... I like all of Lovecraft stories. The Cthulhu mythos is pretty badass. We'll get into... We'll shift gears to Cthulhu in a second. But what I was going to say is... in the original Bram Stoker's Dracula, at the end of the book, Dracula's killed by a Texan with a Bowie knife. And I just thought that was awesome. A Texan in a big old cowboy hat. He's the one that kills Dracula. Stab him in his dang old Dracula heart. Tell you what. I was like, dude, that's badass. That's fucking stupid. I love it. I was living in Texas at the time, so I was like, oh, that's cool. Fucking Quincy Morris. Sorry, Quincy Morris. He kills Dracula with a big old Bowie knife. I don't remember how he dies in the movie. Well, I remember him dying in the movie, but I don't remember what actually causes the fatal injury. I can't recall. Aha! I didn't think I was going to make it. I want to see the new Nosferatu real bad. Real fucking bad. I guess I can interact with that thing. You just gotta not be moving. The new Nosferatu looks fucking great. I think the one store that gets me the most is Phantom of the Opera. I've never read that one. I love getting audiobooks of novels that became famous movies. I love that. I have a shitload. But, I never read that one. I should check that out. I really don't even know what it's about, honestly, other than there's, like, a guy in an old opera theater. And I don't know if he really is even dead or if, like, he's just a crazy dude that's hiding in there. I don't even know what it's about. I know it's a musical. Man, these guys fucking suck. I hate them. Can I make that gap? I guess I have to. Yeah, Cthulhu. Lovecraft stories. Well, I won't spoil too much, but basically the Phantom falls in love with the main actress and threatens the lives of everyone in the opera. All right. Fair enough, fair enough. That does sound kind of good. I have the book The Invisible Man. Really fucking good. Really, really good. I love the end of that story. The way that the Invisible Man is eventually bested at the very end of the story makes me laugh so fucking hard. Again, I guess I won't spoil it either, in case you want to read it. But, man, the way they beat the Invisible Man, so good. My favorite Lovecraft story. Maybe The Color Out of Space. The Color Out of Space is really fucking good. No. The Dunwich Horror. The Dunwich Horror is fucking amazing. That is a fantastic story. And the monster in that, whenever you get to when they actually describe Yog Sothoth, that's so fucking good. It's so good. Another story I liked was all the Sherlock Holmes books. Then you would get along great with my dad. My dad loved Sherlock Holmes. I mean, he still does. He's super into Sherlock Holmes. And they are good. They're just, they're very, very, very dense. I bet I would like listening to the audiobook more than reading, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle's work. That's the other thing. Listening to H.P. Lovecraft's stories is significantly better than reading his books. Significantly better. His books are so fucking dense. His story at the Mountains of Madness, really, really good. If you want a good way to get into it, check out Robert Downey Jr.'s movie of Sherlock Holmes. No, that is a good one. I did see that. I mean, I like Sherlock Holmes. I'm just saying, like, reading the books is hard because it's just a product of its time. This, 1800 super dense material. At the Mountains of Madness, that's really, really good. But goddamn, the beginning, like, I mean, I've only listened to it. I haven't actually tried to read that. But the first, like, 45 minutes to maybe almost an hour of that story, if you're listening to it, is just scientists exploring the Arctic tundra and, like, doing, tests of the ice and, like, pulling up specimens and being like, oh, this is interesting because blah, blah, blah. And, like, oh, you could tell this has been around for so many years because there's microbes in there and blah, blah, blah. And it's all this, like, pseudoscience bullshit. And it's like, god damn. Just get to the monsters already. Why are we spending so much time talking about ice? And that's the problem with a lot of Lovecraft stories is, like, what was scary and interesting at the time was, sci-fi and science. So he really, 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 really went heavy-handed with that shit. You gotta really fight. You gotta earn that monster shit. But if you listen to the audiobooks, you fly right through it. It's a lot more enjoyable. Yeah, the build-up takes a long time. The build-up takes a really long time. But once you get actually into the temple in the Mountains of Madness, that's fucking good. If you want a Cthulhu story, that's the one to listen to because it actually tells the origin of the Cthulhu cult and the mythos and where it got its start, how the great old ones came to Earth before mankind, long before mankind. It's such a good story. And then they get chased by, like, this giant amoeba thing. It's so good. But I won't describe the amoeba. I won't describe it because if I was to even tell you about it, you would go mad. You can't. Don't even try to think about it. Don't even worry about it. If you worry about thinking about it, you'll go mad. That's one thing about Lovecraft is he definitely was like, he leaned heavy into that fucking trope. He's like, I won't even try to describe it to you because if I did, if I did, the repercussions would be innumerable. I won't even try. I'm saving you by not even telling you what the monster looks like. And it's like, fuck you, Lovecraft. This is your story. Tell me what the monster looks like, you fucking asshole. No, No, I can't. I can't tell you. Look away. Look away. Don't look at it. Don't even think about it. Fuck you, dude. Yeah, it is a heck of a cop-out. The first time I read it, I was like, whoa, that's pretty scary. That's cool. It's so fucking scary that you can't even tell me about it. And then I read more of his works, and I was like, oh, you do that in every story. That's your thing, is you don't ever fucking describe the monster. You just tell us, don't worry about it. If you were to look at it, you would die from madness. I'm saving you by not letting you know. And it's like, fuck you. It's so lazy. Or like, the story is from the perspective of a man who did see, and now he's crazy, and you can't put any stock into what he says because he saw. You don't tell us the monster, but don't give us 2 to 3 chapters on breaking ice. Yeah, that exactly. It's like, no, I won't tell you about the monster, the whole reason that you're reading this fucking story, but let me tell you about the microbes that are in the subterranean ice. That's what's interesting. Oh my God. Howard Phillips. Howard Phillips? What did I tell you? Howard Phillips, come here. Young man, what did you name the cat? I thought so. Get in the corner. Hey, that's the other thing about Lovecraft is he's pretty goddamn motherfucking racist. Woof. Ugh. That's too bad. It really is. I mean, there's letters that he shared with people later in his life where he, like, admits that that was wrong. Or on some level. Yeah, it is. He is a product of the time, for sure. And later on in his life, he does say, like, it's scientifically false. So what I said wasn't true. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, but you did say it a lot. So, pretty bad. Do you know what he named his cat? His black cat? I'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to say it on my stream, but look it up if you feel like learning what the fuck he named his black cat. And he loved cats. He loved cats. One of my favorite Lovecraft stories. God, now I'm gonna blank on the name. I'm gonna mess it up, but it's something like, you know, The Village Where We Don't Hurt Cats or something like that, or like Here We Don't Harm Cats. That's a good story. That's a really good story, and it has no racial overtone. Well, I take that back. I take that back. It has to do with Romanis that he, of course, calls gypsies. But they're the good guys. They're the good guys in that. The bad guys are like the hillbilly rednecks on the outskirts of town that are like killing cats. Oh, didn't mean to skip it. Did I get the whole map? Is that the whole map now? All right, I got the whole map. Wahoo! Now that I have the whole map, it's still useless. It doesn't tell me a goddamn thing. Yeah, of course I remember the chapter in It, in the sewers. Of course I fucking do. You mean the one chapter that will never, ever, ever be in any adaptation of It? Of course I remember that. I read that shit in high school and I was like, no, he's not gonna do that. Oh my God, he's doing it. Oh my God, he's really doing it. Holy shit. Wow, you really went for that, man. Oh my God. There's a Stephen King story that he wrote under the pseudonym of Richard Bachman called The Rage that he himself pulled from shelves because it's about a school shooter and like it kind of glorifies the school shooter. Like he's the main character of the story and he holds his class hostage with a gun and he starts the story off by like bringing a gun into the school and like shooting his teacher and then holds the class hostage and like whoa, I thought I landed on it. And then like the whole story is this kid in the classroom with a gun and he's like waxing philosophic to the kids in the class. Ooh, oh shit. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 come on, come on, come on. Oh, whatever. Whatever, man. I should have made that. And then like the one kid who's like, this is bullshit. This kid's a fucking psycho. That guy ends up being the bad guy. And the kid that like killed the teacher ends up like becoming like a hero, and like the kids in the class are like, man, right on. Yeah, society fucking sucks. They did this to you and blah, blah, blah. And as I understand it, some of the first school shootings in America, like in the 80s, that book was found in their locker, and King learned about that, and he felt so fucking bad that he pulled his own book from the shelves because of that. But I have that book. It's a collection of short stories called the Bachman books, and they re-released that book without the rage in it, but I've got a version that has it in there. I will never, ever, ever sell that book because it has a banned title inside of it. Thinner? Oh, Thinner's so good. Thinner's really, really good. I like that one a lot. Good choice. Good choice. That's also a pretty fucking good movie, too. Another Bachman book, in that same book of short stories, is The Long Walk. You ever heard of that one? I read that a couple years ago whenever I was working for Google. And, hey, Deezer! How you doing, man? I have to do it. If for no other reason, because I said I would. But yeah, The Long Walk is a Stephen King story about this dystopian future where, children, I don't remember what the age range is, but they can be really, really young up to like, you know, mid-teens, I'm pretty sure. They can enter this, it's like a competition where you, it starts off with like, you know, 100, 200 kids in this big group, and they just start walking. And you have to keep walking, and you have to stay within, or you can't go below a certain speed. And if you do, all of the armed guards that are walking with you, like you have a military convoy escort the entire way, they give you a warning, and you get 3 warnings, and the warnings reset after a certain amount of distance. But after that 3rd warning, if they have to give you that 3rd warning, they just fucking shoot you. They just kill you right there. And it's like a televised sport. America's super into it. They're way, way, way into it. Like it's said that if you win the long walk, you get a wish. You get whatever you want. You know, you can have anything. And so it's following the story of these children that are part of the walk, and they just, their bodies start deteriorating and their shoes fall apart, and they just get so fucking tired, man. And they just start losing themselves bit by bit. It's so fucking dark. It's really, really, really good. Bring some flashbacks to my grandfather. Tell me about the Holocaust. Yeah. That honestly, if you read it, that might be where he got some of the ideas for it. It might be where he got some of the ideas for it. It also might be why it's such a good, well-rounded, well-written story, because it feels real. It's not about monsters. It's not about some supernatural shit. It's not about anything like that. It's about kids that want to feel important and want to feel like they're doing something. It's all these kids from different walks of life, but everybody's got like a reason that they feel like they have to do this. You know what I'm saying? And so they do. They all enter it. And once you are in, you're in. There's no backing out. You have to do it. And if you back out, they fucking kill you. It's dark. It's really, 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 really fucking dark. And it's televised too. So everybody's like, yeah, go, go, go. And like, they're just waiting for these children to die. It's so cold. Whew. I didn't think I was going to make that. It'd make a great movie, or a great like mini series. As I was reading it, I was like, dude, this could be a fucking great show. A really fucking good show. Damn, dude, get off my dick. Somewhere in the lines of Squid Games? Yeah, it's a lot like that. It's a lot like that. I have not seen Squid Games, but I know what it is. I know what it's about. I feel like I'd really like it. I love Korean film and shows. They're so fucking good. You ever see Battle Royale? That's like Hunger Games before Hunger Games was ever a thing. It's really, really fucking good, dude. I think that one's Japanese, but it's really fucking good. Oh, dude, I've just barely made that. She's, you see that? She petted my space cock. Definitely recommend it. I think that, yeah, they did just release season 2. It looks great. Everything about it is like, I bet I would love this show. I just haven't taken the time to, like, check it out. You know what I mean? Oh, dude, I didn't think I was going to make that. Just keep hopping, chicken boy. Keep hopping. Come on, KFC. God, shoot him. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew. Boom, boom. I was getting my ass kicked. BO6. What's BO6, Deezer? Like Jack 2 to Jack. The show Zoo. No, I haven't seen Zoo. I don't think I've even heard of that. Like Jack 2 to Jack. I like Jack and Daxter significantly more than Jack 2, personally. I like the vehicles in Jack 2, but the gameplay of Jack and Daxter is just... It fits right here in my heart. Basically, animals evolve to the point where they're more intelligent, almost like a zombie virus. Nah, man, I've never even heard of that. Is it like a Netflix show or something? All right, how do I get off of the chicken? Oh, yeah, I can shit. That's right. Choke it. I gotta choke that chicken. Thanks, Necromancer. Appreciate it. Love you, baby. Oh, so it was a made-for-TV series. Gotcha. Did you ever read The Stand, Helsing? Speaking of Stephen King. I tried watching the movie. I rented the tapes back in the day, but it messed up right at the beginning of the second tape. It is good. The Stand is really good. It's not my favorite. My favorite is It. It is my favorite. It's almost my favorite book just ever, but it's easily my favorite Stephen King book for sure. People were like, "Oh, you got to read The Stand. That's like his magnum opus." And I read it and I was like, "It's good. It's not as good as It. Not even fucking close, but it is good." The 13 Steps to the Dead Man's Door? No. I haven't even heard of that one. Man, there's Stephen King stories that I haven't even fucking heard of. He's got so many. He's got so many. Chicken boys. Let's go. How do I get off Chicken Boy? How do I get Chicken Boy off? Can I save from the chicken? I can. It looks like he just jumped off. Oh, no. Never mind. No, he didn't. If I remember correctly, I could find something cursed. And they have to do 13 things, one more gruesome than the next, or else him and his family dies. Okie dokie. Sounds like I'd be in. It sort of made me think of Needful Things, the way you described it. Oh, shit. Needful Things was a great story. That was a really good book. Come on, I'm gonna try it. Come on. You got this, KFC. Let's do it. You and me, buddy. You fucking 10-piece bucket bitch. Yeah, I saw 7. 7 was real good. What's in the box? That's a really good movie, man. Oh, come on. How do I get off the fucking bird? How do I flip this bird? And why do I have the ability to poop? What does that even do for me? Have you ever seen Memento? I really want to show that one to Necromancer. That's such a good movie. It's not a horror movie. It's more of a thriller kind of suspense, but god damn, it's good. Ooh, Necromancer. Memento is the story of this man who has no memory. He has no short-term memory or any kind of memory whatsoever. Sorry. But the movie starts off with him waking up like in a closet or some shit, and he's covered in tattoos that were clearly done by himself because they're all oriented so that he can look down at his body and read them, and they're all notes that he left for himself because he has no memory. And they all say things like, you know, don't trust this man. Make sure to blah, blah, blah. You know, like it's all notes for himself so that he can remember things because he's trying to catch the person who did this to him. And he can't remember. He can't remember things like even 5 minutes from now. So he's constantly having to fucking relearn who he is over and over and over and over again throughout the movie while simultaneously trying to catch the person who fucked his life up beyond all saving. It's really good. It's really fucking good. It's a fantastic premise for a movie, and it's like an art film. It's creepy. I love it. I haven't seen it in years, but god damn, it's good. Memento. Oh, Memento. Fuck yeah, I've seen the Terrifier movies. Those are great. Those are super good, man. I haven't seen the third one. I've heard it's a fantastic heartwarming Christmas movie, but Terrifier 1 and 2, peak. So fucking good. Man, I'm just running around here on a goddamn chicken trapped in this area. I can't go anywhere else now because I can't figure out how to get off the fucking bird. Will someone in the chat do me a solid and look up how in Blasto you get off of the space chicken? I'm sure it's just a button combination. Oh, it's down and jump. Whoa. Don't do it. I'm a genius and I figured it out. Shit, I could have swore that I did that already. Whatever. But yeah, Terrifier. Really, really good stuff. So gory. Nonsensically gory. If you want to see a really good, campy, but fucking awesome old school horror movie that's the gore delivers, go watch The Mutilator. It might also be called Fall Break. It's both of those titles, but if you watch it on Amazon Prime, at least that's how I watched it, but that was a few years ago. I don't know if it's still on there. It was called The Mutilator, or maybe just Mutilator. That's a fucking amazing movie. It's about this group of friends who goes on a fall break to one of them has like their dad has like a summer house, like a cottage on the shore, and they're going on a fall break to spend the time there. And of course, there is a murderer there, and he starts just butchering motherfuckers. But oh my god, it is so good. The acting in that movie is terrible. It is so bad, but it's almost like adds to the movie. It's so bad. There's a couple points where they straight up look right at the camera and then look away. They're like, why'd you use that take? Why? I guess they were out of film. That was definitely from the days where they had like film in a canister, and they probably only had so many cans of film. The Collector. The Collector. Is that the one? Maybe I'm thinking of Bone Collector, but it's the one with like the cover of the movie is like a guy with like a leather mask and he's like cinching it up. Why is my camera all laggy? Damn. How long's my camera been laggy like that? I guess this whole time. That sucks. The game looks great, but my camera's like super choppy. Look at that. Looks like shit. Thanks for the lurk, Hex. I appreciate it. The play, the movie goes. Guy sells a house, booby traps it. Yeah, tries to kill other people in the house to Frankenstein himself new body parts. I have seen that one. That was a good one. That was a good one. I love horror movies. That's my shit. That is, in fact, my shit. Her. Gotta find me a save point. Oh, I haven't been over here in this particular stream. I know I recognize this. I know I have been over here. Team Freddy or Team Jason? As a kid, I was all about Freddy. I loved the Nightmare on Elm Street movies. I was super into those. I thought that was just a really unique, a unique idea for a slasher. And it still is. That's a great fucking movie. But anymore, Jason, all the way. I like Jason a lot. I don't know. I just find his kills a lot more enjoyable. I like how Kane Hodder plays that role. Kane Hodder's Jason is just like raw and fucking dark and just deadly. So fucking brutal. I love it. I think the Freddy movies would be better if they got a decent actor instead of who they had to replace him. James Earl Haley. James Earl Haley is not Robert Englund. That's for fucking sure. That is for sure. Ah, here we go. This is the save point that I started out in today. Man. Spent so many years on this fucking level. So many years on Uranus. I don't remember my own name. I just spent so much time on Uranus. Oh, well, you guys, this was fun. This is fun. I think there were rumors about around they were going to make a Chucky versus Leprechaun. I don't know how I feel about that, dude. I don't know how I feel about that. The Cult of Chucky and Curse of Chucky were fucking great. Those were fantastic movies, but let's not sully it by doing like a versus thing. But this is fun, guys. I'm going to complete this level whenever you guys aren't looking because I'm honestly just tired of playing this fucking level, and I'm sure you guys are tired of watching me fucking play this bullshit. But whatever. You got to break a few eggs to crack your anus, you know what I'm saying? Hold on one second. I am going to raid one of my very, very favorite channels, if not my favorite channel of them all. The one, the only, the illustrious Popcorn Cannon. I fucking love Popcorn Cannon shit. Right now he's playing Ninja Gaiden. This guy is a wizard at Ninja Gaiden. If you guys want to see a motherfucker play Ninja Gaiden and make it look easy as Mario 1 or even easier than that, check this out. Hang out. I'm going to be in that channel for a while just because I love hanging out in Popcorn Cannon's stuff, seeing what he has to say. He's also a really funny guy. Really funny, really nice guy. All right, you guys. Thank you very much for hanging out. I do appreciate it ever so much. I always do. You can spend your time anywhere, and yet you choose to spend it here with me, a humble nerd in a basement playing retro games, yelling at the screen, and trying not to fucking pull his hair out. So thank you. Thank you so much. Helsing 102, Hex, Deezer. It's always good to see you, buddy. It's always good to see you. Stephen F. Bosson, I love you, man. Thanks for hanging out. I'm glad that you're here. Nekomancer, Spicy Kawaka, thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate your time. I always do, and I always will. I'll see you guys tomorrow while I'll play Croc, a much better game than Blasto. Significantly better. All right, you guys. My name is Iron Corpse. This is Real Old Fashioned Games. It always will be, and it always has been. Don't you worry. That's not going to change. I will catch you guys later. Drive safe, be safe, stay safe.